It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. You're hearing the song Unbreakable from the band at Kingdom Collapse. And those boys joining us here in studio as they got a big show Friday night out at Bluebonnet Palace. And I always think Bluebonnet Palace in a good rock and roll show.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and country.
And country, and,
yeah.
and
That's
everything
what I
else.
think of it as,
Yeah.
a country thing, because
Yeah.
it used to be strictly that.
I was waiting for the
right?
sarcasm to come in, but yeah.
No, well, that was a legit question. I'm thinking rock show and Kingdom Collapse at Bluebonnet.
Yeah.
But they're starting to do more rock and roll and live music in general, which we need more live music venues in this town.
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
It's a great setup there too. So we're stoked.
Nice. Well, it used to be a country place, then it turned into a church. And so now it's a music venue again.
Well, they moved, and then the old location.
Talk
turned
closer
into
to
a
the
church.
mic. You're a professional.
I mean,
come on.
It's so the old
Jonathan
location.
Norris, the lead singer, who's afraid of a microphone, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm just talking in the room. I forget I have to
Yes.
talk to everybody else.
It's like, let's not bring the guitars in. Why not? You know, I mean,
forgot those.
Yeah.
So they moved to a new location, and there's a huge outdoor festival stage. It's really cool. So
Nice. Well, looking forward to it Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now, you guys, are y'all the headliners? Is there a whole bunch of guys, bands that are playing, or what?
Yeah, so it's us, another local band, Even in Death, Waves in April.
a band from Mississippi, Envision. They're really good. Really
Wow.
good. Yeah.
And
So
then
it's like a little festival kind of thing.
Yeah. Like a rock night.
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're looking forward to it.
So Ryan Engel's going to this show,
Uh-huh.
He is.
and
I've got friends.
Do I
Yeah.
have a blood pact that you're going to be there?
Sure. Yes.
I mean, he was given tickets. No pressure that he's actually going to show up. But he asked earlier, what kind of music do they play? And I said, well, rock. Well, what kind?
I knew that was rock, but I mean,
what kind? How do you describe your music?
Us? I mean,
Yeah.
probably
Yeah,
just
I mean,
No, the
clearly.
band from
Yeah,
Mississippi.
yeah, I mean,
well, they're all different kinds of rock. I mean, we're more like the modern radio hard rock, and then Even in Death, maybe a little more of that early 2000s kind of thing.
Yeah.
We also have Envision. They're more of a modern kind of new wave of a poppy or hard rock, a little more poppy, cleaner.
Okay.
Less rough around the edges, and then some of the other bands have a little more alternative in them, a
Okay.
little more rock and roll alternative. Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
No, I kind of described you as a screamer earlier. Is that fair?
At times, yeah. a little mix of both.
I mean, generally speaking, you scream a lot.
Intense.
Is it intense?
Yeah, intense.
Intense.
Yeah.
See, that's a good word.
I like that. And he's an intense screamer.
Intense singer.
Singer.
Yeah.
I don't know that most guys want to be called a screamer.
It's just real pushed.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's not that's essentially what rock has always been. You know what I mean? It has the energy, it has the aggression.
In all seriousness, watching you do your thing on stage, and I see you now, and I know you off stage, and kind of chill, and then you're up there, and it's this whole different. As a guy that talks for a living, how in the hell does your voice survive night in and night out with the intense singing that you do?
It's definitely kind of a learning curve when you start touring and doing that every night. But really just 8 hours of sleep, hydration. I mean, we still drink and everything like that, but you just make sure you're hydrated.
Now, when you guys go out on tour, and I would think this would be a little bit harder for all of you, because I know there's a lot of energy that goes into it, but I mean, y'all play back-to-back shows typically. I mean, that's got to get pretty tough, I would think, night after night.
3 or 4 straight, and then having one off day. And it is with in the sports realm, football's once a week. It's working out. You want to rest those body parts 2 days. It's the same for vocals, but you don't have that luxury because you got to pay crew. It's costing.
Yes.
Every off day is costing you. So the booking agents will route 4 or 5 shows in a week. And minimize off days.
I think the most consecutive we've done is 6. We did a 6 in a row once.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That was rough.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Even on
lots of 5s, lots of 4s.
Yeah.
obviously on the vocals is huge, and then just not morale, but it's like when you're loading in the summer in Arizona on day 4, it's like it's 98 degrees.
The sweat
I'm
just
exhausted.
evaporates. Yeah, you don't even like feel the sweat, but you're dehydrated. So,
oh yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure. I just think it's fascinating. I got to ask you guys, because I know local band, but you guys are starting. I mean, the popularity's coming. I mean, you guys have worked hard to get to where you're at, and I know you've probably got bigger sights in mind. But how is it? How has the whole journey been?
It's been great. We've been playing live for about 6 years now. Obviously the COVID stuff put a little halt on live touring and stuff like that, but it came back, and ever since then it's been nonstop, and we've been consistently growing. We've played with all the national festivals, tours. We played Canada for the first time last year. Just got off the road with Saint Asonia, which is the singer of 3 Days Grace. We have a couple festivals coming up that are, it's like,
and there's some big name artists on those festivals. The band Kingdom Collapse joining us here in studio. Jonathan Norris, the lead singer. Aaron Smith, the bass guy that nobody gives a damn about. David Work in the back, who's the guitar player. He's the one everybody cares about. The drummer Gaston couldn't get off work to come down here, but but it all works. But some of the festivals that you're playing coming up, you're going to be same stage with Jelly Roll a couple hours before they're on. But the other night, Aaron and Gaston, they were at the Gunslingers game with us, and like you guys were not playing at what was it, Rockville and Daytona, but you were backstage in the musicians compound.
Yeah, we played it 2 years before that. You know what I mean? So.
But what I found amazing is I think about, because I like to go early and watch the bands that are going to be headlining one day as a music junkie. What impressed me was hearing the stories about how some of these bigger bands know who you guys are, and the fact that you're able to go and talk to them and BS with them, and just kind of shoot with
something
like big guys.
Yeah.
You know what
breeze?
I mean? That's
that's
pretty impressive.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's a lot of the layout is the same. It's at Daytona Speedway, in Florida, and went back there, and they have like the Sirius XM Octane, set up back there. We did an interview when we played a couple years before. So we went back there, and we're just seeing everybody we've toured with, played with, everybody. It's like a family reunion for like rock music. So it's cool.
Well, I would think so, because look, everybody, no matter how big they are now, they had to start somewhere and work their way up. So I could see that that's like a fraternity for all of you guys.
Yeah,
it's a very close-knit group, and a very small circle of people, and it's fun to hang out with them.
Yeah, I think that's cool. I always wanted to be a rock star.
We all did.
Yeah.
I mean, we thought we were going to get guitar lessons today, but these dudes didn't bring their guitar.
I wanted to learn how to play the bass. I don't know.
That's
why you got to come to the show Friday.
Lifelong dream.
I mean, that's what Friday's for.
Well, that's it. They'll let you play the tambourine on stage.
There we go.
They got 3 songs where I'm kidding. But
bring a shaker.
In all reality, what the hell does the bass player do in a band?
Wow. Well, for this band, he does everything else but play bass. So, like, with us, it's different.
Turn off Aaron's mic.
Yeah. So, like, with an unsigned band like us, so we play in the band, right? But I do all the tour managing. David stage manages for us on the road. Jonathan will do our front of house mix, get it ready for, the front of house guy. Gaston carries things and plays drums. Like, when we were with Saint Asonia this past tour, I realized, like, dude, we are a band. We're a touring unit. We're a record label. It's like, and just us and another dude.
And that's what's, that's our strength, is like not having to have a huge crew do things. It's like we're very self-sufficient DIY with a lot of things, but like, it's not, we're just barely scraping by. It's like, we're doing it right. You know what I mean? By doing it year in, year out for so long, we've been doing this a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you just learn this stuff as you go.
So who decides who's going to be the lead singer in this band? I mean, seriously, did you guys all stand up and sing and you won?
I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. But Yeah,
there's got to be a good story there.
There has
They
to
all of a
be.
sudden they're all quiet.
Yeah, they got quiet.
Me and David were guitarists in an old band.
Every interview he gives this story, but seeing it from behind, Jonathan was always a guitarist. A lot of people don't know that.
Yeah.
So since we were in high school, he was playing in bands, and I was doing stuff, but I was more interested in the business side too. Like I geek out on like the music business side. So fast forward a few years after high school, college, they're in a band together called The Taking. That's from here.
Joined with them, but I was writing for new material, right? And didn't have a band for it, didn't have a singer for it. And I was like, I don't care if I start at the very bottom, and just start something from scratch. And that's kind of how this began.
Dude, and when I first heard him say that, like I didn't doubt. It's like what he puts his mind to, he does. But I was like, you're gonna sing? Whoa. Like I didn't expect that. But then at the time when we had an apartment, I'd come home from work, he'd be demoing in the room, and it's like, dang, this is like pretty good for someone who just decided to sing. Like, holy crud.
Just jump in the deep end, right? It's rock. It's not some classically trained. It's rock.
Yeah, because I know
get up there and holler.
When y'all when y'all are in The Taking, like I know David started seeing that from Jonathan. He was like, man, this might be going somewhere too.
And Aaron, you played the drums too, right?
Drums and guitar. So I used to live in LA, and I was a hired gun guitarist for pop artists. So bass is my third instrument. So that's why
you've been relegated to bass.
Yeah, but with our band, I saw it was going to help. Like I don't drums, guitar, whatever. I just want to be a part of something that's moving forward, right? And if it's bass, I'm down. If it's Shoe Shiner, think about it. But sure,
I didn't want to have to sing. Like I love playing guitar. And especially too when it comes to playing shows. Drinking is definitely a heavily part. It's a big part of musician culture, right? You know what I mean? So like guitar doesn't matter so much. You go up there and I'm buzzed, man. Like, playing guitar, it doesn't matter, right?
Say it louder for David.
Yeah, buzzed. Yeah, David's rolling his eyes behind you.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
David and I are back.
But singing.
But it's funny though. Dave and I are back there warming up before shows, and we're like, all right, we're on 30 seconds. We have a guitarist, we have a bassist, we have a drummer. Do we have a singer? But then right when the intro hits, it's like the Field of Dreams. Playing it, they'll come. Yeah.
Well, now, can you sing? Or does anybody else sing? Or
David does a lot of. We trade off a lot.
Okay.
He does background vocals, and Aaron does some background vocals too. So
yeah. I love throwing down. Like when I can add, because they do a ton with the vocals. There's parts here and there I do, but
he kind of covers some ground like on the stage. It's like he's right at the mic stand, so can't really like move around and cover the stage as much. But Aaron kind of can go around and move around on stage a little more. Like so we're covering everything while he's at it, at the mic stand. Obviously the drummer's fixed, you know what I mean? So yeah.
They get it done.
Very cool, man.
Kingdom Collapse. They play Friday night out at Bluebonnet. Our buddy Mark from Nothing More was in the other day.
Yeah.
And he talked about two big spills that he's recently had. What is the worst thing that's ever happened to you on stage? Have you ever fallen off stage?
Oh, I remember one.
I haven't fallen off.
Can I say?
Yes,
it happens.
It was like just an act, like you said, it happens. But we were in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, playing at one of our favorite venues in the country, and it's like,
hold on, Sioux Falls,
South Dakota,
one of your favorite venues.
Oh yeah.
That's a sentence I did not expect to hear.
But we're like one or two songs in, and I turn around, and it's like watching my grandfather fall. He just falls backwards off the drum riser. I'm like, no, but he's smiling as
the
he
stage
falls.
was super dark, right? So the drum riser had like these legs on the end, and I was backing up. My foot caught one of the legs in the dark, and I just whoop.
So the drinks were pretty good that night.
The drinks were free. Yeah.
Now, I don't know. I thought we'd come in here and glue some chairs to the ceiling and trash the studio. I mean, yeah, that's what everybody thinks about rock stars. You guys do stuff like that?
Well, you said a few weeks ago on y'all's show, you were making fun of me for my whiskey and my seltzers and stuff. And then you were saying about sitting in the corner. And for the record, my lawyer said to let y'all know that I don't sit in the corner and do those things.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
I don't remember what the hell we said.
Nobody knows what you're talking about.
Well, sorry, I'm just a fan of the show. Dang.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right, but you have the rock star uniform. like all three of you show up.
Yeah.
You got your black T-shirts on.
Black, and black.
Your car keys are hanging out. The strap, the
that's
lanyards.
called a belt.
I mean, honestly, I mean, like, is there like a rock star uniform where you just go and you would just order, like Joe does that, like at the PGA store, the shorts, the shirt, the white belt, the shoes,
That's
he's
me,
ready
yeah.
to go play golf.
What does he do? What's his uniform?
He doesn't have one.
Barbecue, man, get the air dads ready to go. Yeah, light beer and let's have some fun.
Yeah, I mean, there's a company, actually this one right here, it's Cult of Individuality. So they're in New York, and they basically partner with a lot of rock and metal bands. I mean, even like some like pop and rap artists too, but it's predominantly like a rock oriented company. And so we've been out there to their studio, and they always hook us up with a lot of cool jeans and shirts and stuff. So
it's funny because you mentioned Mark, because we're all friends, the Nothing More guys, and we first saw this company through them because like Colt's owner Ron was a big fan of them, and then Mark was like, dude, y'all should hit him up, like he's a great dude. And the owner's just a big music fan, like Slash is wearing his stuff, like a lot of huge names.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, like Motley Crue, all that.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, go find them where you can find your music. Kingdom Collapse. Better yet, go see them Friday night out at Bluebonnet. They're headlining what looks like a full day of rock and roll, or full night. What first band goes on? What, 7:30?
Yep,
7:30.
And you go on at
like 10:30.
10:30.
Past Joe's bedtime,
Yeah,
but you will be there.
But
But you will be there.
A couple of 5-hour energies, I'll be good.
Yeah. Or something. Or a couple of something.
Yeah.
And you'll be fine. Where do people get tickets to the show on Friday?
KingdomCollapse.com.
Go to the website, kingdomcollapse.com. Get your tickets. What are they, $15?
15 pre-sale.
Pre-sale.
Nice. It's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah. Yep.
So what do I wear, guys? I mean, I just
Black.
my new T-shirt.
Black.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Right, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. And while you guys are at the show, make sure you buy those T-shirts,
Yes.
because buying merch helps the band a lot more than
Absolutely,
the
right?
tickets.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very
Love
cool,
supporting
man.
the local bands, especially guys that are national touring, but the up and coming. You can say you heard them early on.
Yeah, we appreciate you guys, man.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming in.
Yep.
Have fun Friday night at Bluebonnet. Again, follow them on all the socials, Kingdom Collapse, and kingdomcollapse.com to get the tickets.
Play
Good
well, fellas.
Play well. Don't.
Will do.
Yeah, will do, brother.
Yell well.
Yell well. Play well.
Yell well.
Well, yeah.
It's like, have a good show. Well, of course. I think I'm going to suck tonight. But yeah, thanks for the advice. Right?
Well, you never know. Hey, you suck a lot, and I tell you to have a good show.
Carrying you, man. It's all part of it. I'm just curious if you're actually going to show up on Friday.
Well, of course I am. What, am I going to lie to these guys?
Yes. They know you well.
I've got my tickets. I'm ready.
Mm-hmm.
Ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. They sell beer at this
You
place.
guys
You'll be fine.
you can at least wave at me, right? I mean.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
We were hoping you'd be on stage with us, but I mean, we can wave. That's fine.
All right. That's cool.
You could get up there and Jonathan would teach you how to stage dive.
Yeah, right.
I've never done that.
David's never done that?
I've never crowd surfed. I've never staged. I've never done
First
any
time
of
for
that.
everything.
That's
think-
more of like a fan thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like we got to play.
Well, wouldn't you be worried if somebody might grab your?
Stop.
I mean, seriously, it's like woo!
There's the high note.
Right?
Yeah.
There's a screamer for you.
I think that's the last thing that they're worried about.
Intense.
Probably actually hoping that happens, right?
It depends on who's grabbing.
Well, it's first time for everything.
Yeah.
You can bite them on and
I
then
guess
kick
so.
them off. Exactly. Boys,
There's a
have
last
fun
time
on
for
Friday.
everything too.
Exactly. Appreciate you. KingdomCollapse.com. Again, go there, get your tickets for Friday's show.